Welcome back to my channel, and more importantly, today 20 of the 25-day countdown to October, which I know it is already October. So many things have gotten in the way of this, from me being sick 2 times in a row, like so incredibly sick, to a family emergency, and now my jaw hurts for no reason. I don't know why it hurts so bad right now. And just talking, I feel like my jawbone is going to explode. But I only have 5 more videos to do. I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them out. No more issues. No more issues. So as you can see, today is the witch, which I really like her. I think she's really cute. I gave her ginger hair to match myself, but also just because that's kind of what witches usually have in little Halloween cutesy things. So for today's video, you will need a 5mm hook, a 3mm hook, which I still haven't lost, thank goodness, a gray background with a purple trim, which again, you can do whatever color you want. This is just the color I'm doing. And then I'm using green, orange, black, purple, and white. So I'm going to start off with the green, which you can make your witch whatever color you want. And I will say, when you make her head, she does look a little alienish. So I'm going to take my 5mm hook and my green yarn and do a magic circle. And I'm going to do 10 single crochets into the magic circle. And once you finish the 10 single crochets, you can go ahead and tighten that up. And then we're going to be doing 2 half double crochets in each spot, so that you should end with 20 half double crochets. So I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to do a half double crochet into that same spot. And I'm going to do another half double crochet into that same spot. And I'm going to continue to do 2 in each spot all the way around. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and slip stitch into that first spot. And then before we move on, really quickly, I want to show you my nails. Oh, I have a little celestial moment going on. They're just black and gold. Yeah, just want to show that off for a minute. Anyway, so you're going to start off, you're going to chain 2. You're going to do a double crochet into that same spot, and then a half double crochet. And then you're going to go to the next spot, do a single crochet, and then do 2 single crochets into the next spot. One single crochet into the next spot, and then 2 single crochets into the next spot. 1 single crochet into the next spot, and then 2 single crochets into the next spot. And you're going to keep going 1 and then 2 all the way around until you get back to the other side. And then it should end with you doing 2 single crochets into that last spot. And then I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 2 that we did earlier. I'm going to chain 2 and then I'm pull out enough of a tail to stitch around the whole thing. And pull that nice and tight. And then I always like to kind of just shape my characters a little bit, just to make sure it's really dramatized so it looks right. But yeah, it looks a little alien-y, which you could use this as an alien if you wanted to, very easily. But next, I'm going to move on to the hat. So I'm going to grab my black yarn, and then for the witch hat, I'm going to chain 2, skipping the first one, go into the second one, do 1 single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, do 2 single crochets into that one spot, slip stitch, and then do 2 single crochets into each spot so that you have 4 total. Slip stitch, turn your work, and do 1 single crochet in each spot so that you still have 4 when you're done. And then you'll chain 3, turn your work, skipping the first one, you're going to go into the second one, you're going to do a single crochet, go into the second one, or I guess the third one, single crochet, and then you're going to do a single crochet in each of the other loops, which is going to be 4 still. And then you're going to chain 3 again, turn your work, skipping that first one, going into the second one, single crochet, and then single crochet into the next one. And then if you were here for the other hat that we did, we're going to do that same thing, going into, I don't know, yeah, the little holes you can kind of see. You're going to go into them, and you're going to slip stitch so you create a nice border around the edge of the hat. And then in the corner, in the very top one, you're going to do 1, turn your work, do another one, and then just continue down the row. And then when you get back to the corner, you go ahead and chain 2, pull out enough of a tail to stitch around the edge, go ahead and cut it, and pull that nice and tight. And then to finish off the hat, you can take some purple yarn, and I probably ended up with more than I needed, which I usually do. I took about this much. I'm going to ply it in half. I'm going to take my 3mm hook, find a good spot. So I'm going to start right here. It's kind of hard to find it. There we go. I'm going to grab this, loosen up a little bit, pull it through, and I'm going to go into each spot, pull up a loop, and slip stitch, which is a little difficult to do when you've plied it in half because it's kind of frayed and you might grab the wrong spot. Pull it up, slip stitch. A little hard to show. Go into the next hole, pull up a loop, slip stitch. And you can do this with any color, like orange would be cute if you're doing her hair in like gray or something, which gray hair with the purple trim would be cute, or even orange trim or purple. I don't know what color I just said. And then once I've done my last slip stitch, I'm going to go ahead and pull that through, and I'm going to use a needle to just pop that back through there. But for now, I'm going to set this to the side. Also, it's wild how, okay, I guess it is about the same size. I thought it was much smaller. I was going to say, it's crazy how much steaming it or blocking it change the size, but I guess it's not much different. And now I'm going to take the orange. Actually, no, I'm going to do the orange last, I believe. Okay, first. So I'm just going to do an estimation, like you could count on each side and find the exact middle. I'm just going to estimate and find the middle. Okay, that one looks to be the middle to me. And I'm going to do 4 on each side, so I'm going to get 2 more clips. So 1, 2, 3, this is going to be 4, so I'm going to go ahead and clip into that 5th one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, clip into the 5th one. I'm going to take my orange, I go in, I'm going to take that, pull it through, tighten it up, pull the loop through, find this is going to be the longest part, so I'm going to stop it about here. I'm going to go into the next spot, pull a loop down, slip stitch, and I'm going to kind of stack them. So I'm going to find how long this one is, make this one a little bit shorter. Go over to the next spot. This can go away. Pull up a loop, slip stitch, and then pull that loop down so it's a little bit shorter than the last one. Go into the next spot. Pull up a loop, slip stitch, pull it down so it's a little bit shorter than the last one. And then this next one is going to be the middle loop. So it's going to be your shortest one. And then after that, you can start making them match on either side if you want the kind of look mine has. Go into the next spot, loop, slip stitch, and your witch doesn't have to have perfect hair. She's a witch after all. Pull this down, move this out of the way, go into the last spot, pull up a loop, there we go, and then pull out enough of a tail to stitch it down with, and this is how I secured everything. I'm going to take my, and also once you stitch on the hat, it'll also be very secure. I know right now it doesn't seem very secure, but it is, I promise. You can also grab the loops and pull them a little tighter if you want. Once you get everything stitched down, like they're not going anywhere. Yeah, then I just go through the loop through here. Oh, so then you just go through the loop through here. And then back under through the loop through here. And I'm just going to continue this to secure everything down. And I will be right back. All right, so I am back at the end. So I'm just going to tie these two together. And then I'll weave these in once I get everything sewn down. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the eyes and the mouth. So first I'm going to take some white string. Cut it to be about this length, and I'm going to apply it in half. You're going to take one of those white threads you just made and your 3mm hook. Chain 1 and then just do 6 single crochets into the magic circle for the eye. Pull that nice and tight and then slip stitch into the first spot. And that is one eye done, and I will go ahead and make the other one, and I will be right back. So I went ahead and I did the other eye, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one now. I'm just going to do my usual going directly in, and then back and forth through the edge of the loops all the way around. And I also placed them lower than I probably normally would so that they're out from under the bangs or the hair or whatever you want to call them. And you can also do the bangs or the hair different ways. You could just tie them on. You could like curl them with a pencil and give her little curly strands. That could be really cute. You could do all kinds of things. You could use ribbon. You could really do whatever. You could like undo them so you get the little scraggly thin bits like this. I guess technically more like this, which could also look really cool. So you really do whatever you wanted there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that. I'm not gonna worry about weaving in that back end yet, because I'm gonna do that differently. I'm going to take a very small piece of black yarn and put a knot in the middle of it. And I'm gonna go straight through the middle and then up a little, and then go all the way through. Go on the other side, going in the middle and then angling it down and then going all the way through. And then what I do in the back is I tie the two black pieces of string together lightly at first, and then I tighten. And then I take one of the pieces of the black string and the white, and I do the same thing. Not sure why one of her eyes is sticking out more than the other one. There we go. And I'm going to take care of the ends back here, and I will be right back. So I went ahead and I fixed the back half of it. So what I usually do is I'll show you if I'm weaving them in, usually. But these ones I didn't weave in, and usually when I'm like, I'll take care of these and I'll be right back, it's because I go outside and I singe them and I smush them down because I don't want to deal with them. So I do that outside where there's good ventilation. So if you're ever wondering, I cheat sometimes. So now I figured out where I want it, and I have it a little off center because our hat's going to be up here. And I'm just going to take this and go straight through. And then I'm just going to start stitching her down on here. And I know her mouth is on yet. The mouth's going to be what we do next, and then the hat. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and have her stitched down, and I'm going to take a piece of black string about this long. I'm going to apply it in half. I'm going to take my 3mm hook, and then I'm going to chain 5. Pull that through and pull that nice and tight. And then it usually kind of curves, and it looks like it's curving this way, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to go in right here. Actually, I might go one down. I'm going to go right here. And actually, that might have been the right spot in the first place. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the original spot. Alright, and then find where the other half is going to go. I'm going to put it right there. That looks good. And you could also do it like straight across and then give her some little mean eyebrows, make her look a little grumpy or something, but I'm just going to make her a happy little witch. She's totally not trying to eat your children. Not at all. I'm just going through each of those loops to stitch it down. And then in the back, I'm just going to tie those together. But yeah, I don't mind, like I was saying earlier, on the ends that I just burnt and stuck down. I don't mind doing that because you can't see it or feel the uncomfortable like burn filling, because it's on a side you're not going to see or feel against your skin. So on that, I'll do that. On this one, oh, I'm going to weave it in if it will stop messing up on me. I'm having so many issues in this episode, in this video, in this episode. Now that I've finally got that on there, I'm going to just go between the two layers and just pop that out somewhere. And then cut it. I'm going to flip her the other way. And then I'm going to need to kind of clip her hair down so it doesn't move around or get in the way, and so it's laying exactly where I want it to be laying. There we go. And I'm going to take the hat, and then this one that I was saying I will show you how to stitch that down. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll literally just put it right back through that same spot and pull it down. And then since it's just going to be on the back half, you can kind of just tie these together and then trim them really short. Not so short they come undone, just short enough that they aren't peeping out around the edge. Then I'm going to kind of stretch it out. And then I want it to sit right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that down. And I'm just going to do what I usually am. I'm going to go straight through. And now that I am done stitching that down, I'm going to take this other one, pop that down through here, tie them together, And then I'm just going to weave it between the two layers as I did with the previous thread. And there you go. And I made the hair on this one longer so you could look at the difference between a shorter one and a longer one, depending on what you want to do. And I have not weaved any in these ends in. But yeah, that is the witch. This one does look a little happier than this one, but this one's been blocked, so it does morph the shape a little bit. This one's hat is a little more pointed and theatrical. I kind of like it better. I don't know if I like the longer hair or the shorter hair, honestly. What do you think? You pick. So for tomorrow's video, you will need a purple background with a green trim. So you'll need this purple and this green again. And for the sew-on portion, you will just need black and green. So tomorrow, all you'll need are 3 colors, black, purple, and green, if you're making it the same way I am. Otherwise, you can wait and see what tomorrow's video is and make them look however you want. And with that being said, if you do make these, please post them on Facebook or Instagram and tag me. I would absolutely love to see them, whether you do them in the same colors, different colors, I don't care. I just want to see them. And now that you know that you need green, purple, and black for tomorrow's video, go ahead and drop in the comment section below what you think tomorrow's video is going to be. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye!